He was part of the elite, yet he stood accused of some of the most serious crimes. Jeffrey Epstein. Who was he really? And what do the released documents reveal? You're on Scandex. This is where we talk about what people usually stay silent about. Jeffrey Epstein was born in 1953 in New York City to a middle-class family. His mother worked as a school assistant, and his father was an employee of the city's Parks Department. As a child, he showed an interest in mathematics and graduated from high school early. He later enrolled in university to study mathematics and physics, but he never completed his degree. Despite lacking a college diploma, at the age of 21, he was hired as a mathematics and physics teacher at the prestigious Dalton School. Even at that time, his behavior raised concerns. He wore provocative clothing, attended parties with students, and was reported to have shown inappropriate interest in some younger female students. Through connections with parents of his students, he gained access to Wall Street and secured a position at the investment bank Bear Stearns. On his job application, he claimed to hold 2 university degrees, although this was not true. Nevertheless, he was hired. Thanks to his analytical abilities, he worked with complex financial instruments and quickly built relationships with wealthy clients. By the late 1970s, Epstein had become a junior partner at the firm and was earning substantial income. However, he was soon suspected of financial misconduct, after which he left the bank and began working independently. In the 1980s, he founded his own financial company, which catered exclusively to very wealthy clients with assets of over $1 billion. During this period, he actively cultivated connections among politicians, entrepreneurs, and members of high society. A key role in his career was played by billionaire Les Wexner, the owner of the Victoria's Secret brand. Gaining access to his finances and assets, Epstein acquired elite real estate, including a mansion in New York, a residence in Palm Beach, a ranch in New Mexico, and the private island Little St. James. At the same time, he presented himself as a talent scout for Victoria's Secret and used this pretext to invite young women to so-called castings. Many of them later stated that they were subjected to harassment and abuse at these meetings. In the early 1990s, Epstein began a relationship with Ghislaine Maxwell, the daughter of British media magnate Robert Maxwell. She introduced him to European high society, and later became a central associate in the operation that, according to investigators, was used to recruit underage girls. According to investigators, Maxwell sought out girls from disadvantaged backgrounds and offered them money for massage work. Over time, they were drawn into a system in which they were expected to recruit other girls in exchange for payment. By the late 1990s, Epstein was already closely connected with well-known and influential figures, including Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, and Prince Andrew. The first serious accusations against Epstein began to emerge in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Young women reported being invited to his homes where they were offered money for a massage that would then turn into sexual acts. According to their accounts, many of the victims were teenagers aged 14 to 16. They were paid around $200 to $300 and encouraged to bring their friends. In 2005, the parents of a 14-year-old girl contacted the police, which led to the launch of an official investigation. However, in 2008, the case ended with a plea agreement. Epstein pleaded guilty to 2 charges of soliciting prostitution and received a lenient sentence of about 13 months in custody with permission to leave jail during the day for work. This decision caused a major public outcry and became one of the most heavily criticized plea deals in the United States. According to investigative materials, Epstein did not limit himself to exploiting young women, but also built a broader system of influence. He organized private meetings and trips, inviting members of the elite, and is believed to have collected compromising material. His circle included politicians, businessmen, scientists, and media figures. He maintained correspondence with them, discussing finance, technology, and personal meetings. Some researchers suggest that this network may have been used for leverage and manipulation, although these conclusions remain a matter of debate. For years, he remained beyond the reach of the law, until everything changed in 2019. An arrest, a death, and millions of pages of documents. What these files reveal, we break it down in part 2.